Assalamu alaikum. My teachers used to tell me that Ramadan is like training. It's like a boot camp, and it prepares you for the rest of the year. And the thing about any kind of training or boot camp is that you have to do everything that's required of you in order to truly benefit from that training or from that boot camp. And another way to see whether it was worth it is to actually see whether or not you made some kind of change or there's some kind of difference in your life after that training is finished. And it's the same with Ramadan. You know, the really interesting thing is that in self-help books and in habit-building books, if anyone wants to start a business or start exercising or quit smoking or any kind of habit, then they say it takes about 30 days to build new habits, good habits, and to break away from old bad habits. And the beautiful thing about Ramadan is that it's exactly 29 or 30 days, right? And that's the amazing thing about Ramadan, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala every year, He's given us this opportunity to really change ourselves and make some kind of transformation in our lives for the rest of the year. And so we should really take advantage of this opportunity that is Ramadan. So number one, what is the focus and purpose of Ramadan? Allah tells us in the Quran, كُتِبَ عَلَيْكُمُ الصِّيَامُ كَمَا كُتِبَ عَلَى الَّذِينَ مِن قَبْلِكُمْ لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ. That fasting is prescribed to you as it was prescribed to those before you. For what purpose? لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ. So that you may attain taqwa. So that you may be conscious of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You know, a lot of times most of us, when we go about our daily lives, we're not really thinking about Allah. We're not really remembering Him. We're not really thinking about the fact that He's watching us. And the purpose of fasting is to bring that about. To bring that consciousness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala about. You know, the Prophet ﷺ, he told us, be conscious of Allah wherever you are. ittaqillah haythu ma kunt. Right? Be conscious of Allah wherever you are. And so fasting is this thing, it's a constant reminder. Every time you feel that pang of hunger, right, you feel thirsty, you remember you're fasting, and you remember that you're doing this for Allah. That you're doing this for something other than yourself. You're not doing it because it benefits you in any way other than the fact that it pleases Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and gets you reward and gets you blessings from Him. And so that's really the true purpose, is to attain that consciousness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that's how Ramadan is a type of training. Because if during the entire 30 days of Ramadan, we're able to stay away from halal things, right? The food and the drink that's normally halal for us, we're able to stay away from what's halal, then it should be even easier to stay away from the things that are haram outside of Ramadan. And the second aspect of Ramadan that I wanted to talk about is the fact that Ramadan and fasting is a shield. The Prophet ﷺ, he said, "As-siyamu junnah," that fasting is a shield, it protects you. How does it protect you? Well, the Prophet ﷺ, he told us that when you're fasting and someone tries to annoy you or someone tries to get on your nerves or insults you or hurts you in some way, and you want to insult back, you want to hurt someone back, you want to do that, then the Prophet ﷺ, he reminded us that if that happens and someone's trying to get you angry, then just say, "Inni sa'im," I am fasting. And that doesn't literally mean you have to say "Inni sa'im" in Arabic. The person's going to be confused as to what you're actually saying. But what that means is you should tell yourself and remind yourself that you are fasting and that you're better than this and that you can't let your anger get the best of you. So I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He helps us this Ramadan to live the way that the Prophet ﷺ taught us to live, and that He helps us to achieve the true purpose of fasting and to train ourselves for the rest of the year that is to come. Jazakumullah khair wa assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.